We're going to get into what the topics we've missed for the last 2 weeks and the thing that has been on everybody's mind. So we're going to get into, we're going to get a little bit of both. We're going to get Kanye and Kyrie because Kyrie kind of put himself into it now. But we're going to start off with Kanye West, which has been it's been a few months. First and foremost, I'm neutral. I do not think that Kanye is right, but I also.
All right, let's just wait.
Okay. How do you feel? How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I'm neutral. I don't know. It's a little, but it's still
To
fucked
my
up.
neutrality, this is a Kid Cudi Kanye shirt.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say like. I think there's a bigger plan for what he's doing.
I thought there was, and I think it went further.
But then he's still.
Go.
You thought it was gonna go further?
No, I think it went further than he thought.
Oh wait, we doing this now?
Yes, this is it.
Oh shit. All right. Well, shit.
Transition.
This is the transition. Shit. I don't know.
So, you want my part? So when this started, I do think Kanye thought he was going to get out of like the immediate deals that he had issues with Adidas, Balenciaga, some of the. I think he wanted to get out of those contracts.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't think he thought was going to happen was losing his school.
I was gonna say the school.
I don't think that was part of the plan.
But I thought they were trying to petition and try to like keep it open.
There's no point. All right. Side note: Kanye's school is unaccredited, so I don't even know what happens when you graduate. None of the papers they give you from the school matter.
Damn.
It
I didn't know it was like that.
It don't. It's not graduating from. It's not. No matter how much we want to say we don't want to follow the man or we don't want to have to conform, in America, if you want to go to college or you want to do something, you have to have. Let's put it like this: you graduate from Kanye's high school, you still have to go get a GED. Like you'll still have to go get a GED. That piece of paper don't mean nothing. If you're an unaccredited school, it don't mean nothing.
Okay.
You're better off going PA Cyber or something for the people that live here.
Shit. Okay.
So, like, love Kanye to death. Thought the school was a cool idea and all that. But if you can't do things in like, because there were some weird classes in that school. We'll have a side conversation about that. But there were some classes in that school that was weird. Shout out to the basketball team. The basketball team was legit. But
So they got that. That's approved.
no, the basketball team got kicked out of the tournament because of Kanye.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's where I start leveling. Where I think like more people than Kanye are getting hurt from this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
But like he could be in like high school basketball games, but his school's not real.
Well, because high school basketball, and we'll one day have a really deeper conversation with this with people like B-Dawes on camera. But like high school basketball is not like other high school sports where like it's the Wild West in high school basketball when you're like top tier. Like you're not playing for the school you live for. You basically once you're good enough to be the matter in high school basketball, it's a job. It's a job by your sophomore year if you're good. So it's AAU teams. It's traveling. Like somehow we're getting a matchup with Bronny James and Carmelo's son in like a few months. That's stuff you have to set up. That's stuff you have to pre-plan like an out-of-conference schedule in a college. Like that just doesn't happen. So that's the difference between that for them. But yeah, no, Kanye's school's being affected. This is my other issue with thinking that Kanye, like, again, I think Kanye is smart to a degree when it comes to, like, his ideas and things. I personally think Kanye is smart. Not genius, smart. I think he doesn't understand how to articulate the things he says sometimes properly. That's not a pass for whatever he said. That's not a pass for if you're offended by what he said. I'm not just saying that personally. I'm not. But if you are offended, I don't think that your opinion of being offended should be downgraded or uncredited or like just not. I think your opinion matters if you are offended by this. If you're Jewish or if you're not Jewish, like white people can be offended by something a white person does to a black person. That's legitimate. So if you're black or white or any other race and you're also offended by what Kanye said about Jewish people, that's legitimate. I think what he said is borderline or close enough that you could have a problem. I don't think this is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know why you're offended. Like, no, I can see why you're offended. Yeah. Saying that, I ain't getting shut off. I don't think everything Kanye said historically is wrong. The way he said it is wrong, and trying to, I've always said this, it doesn't matter black or white, what it is, blaming people who are alive today for things that happened legitimately like 3,000-4,000 years ago, just isn't going anywhere. Just ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that, this is my other thing. I'm not stopping to wear the clothes. So or 2,000. It's 2,000, so it's about 2,000 to 3,000. But yeah, I'm still wearing the clothes. This is a Kanye branded shirt. Where we are today, we don't wear shoes in areas out of respect. But my shoes are over there. Those are Kanye Yeezys over there. I'm still wearing my shit. Might not be buying more shit, but I'm still wearing my shit. This ain't no boycott. I'm not boycotting shit. And on the other side, once Adidas, because Adidas has come out, and I want to hear how you feel about this. Adidas has come out and said because they own all the patents outside of the slides, Kanye owns the slide patent. He owns nothing else.
Damn.
When it comes to patents for his stuff, that's already been.
But that's the name.
He owns the name. No, the Yeezy name is his.
That's what I'm saying. So they don't own the name.
No, they own the patent to the 350s, the 380s, the 450s, the 500s, and the foam runners, and anything I'm forgetting.
So because they have that, I mean, they could just rebrand it as something else.
But no, all they're going to do is take the Yeezy out. On all those shoes, because, and this is something that kind of backfires for Kanye now, Kanye was very, very big on not having branding all over his shoes, so it was really minimalistic. So usually a Kanye shoe, the only place you would see Yeezy is in the insole. Mm-hmm. So all they're going to do is take the insole out, and they can start selling the shoes again. Yeah. And the other flip is because they don't have to pay Kanye for the residuals or whatever it is.
Royalties?
Royalties.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to pay royalties to him anymore, the shoes might be cheaper. Because the average pair of Yeezys, the 350s, 380s, were usually $220 to $240. I'm assuming the shoes will go down to probably $140 to $180 because usually Adidas is higher end shoes that aren't branded through Kanye or Pharrell. People forget that Pharrell's a very high selling shoe person for Adidas too. The shoes that aren't sold by them are usually just below $200. So, and again, for me, this is where I'm like, oh, everybody's like, oh, I'm not buying those shoes. Hey man, the reason I wear Yeezys weren't for Kanye. I tried them because they were Kanye's, and I'm like, I'm gonna see what it's about. They are the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn, and also have proven to me that y'all are wearing Jordans just for the name, because Jordans are comfortable. Because the lie, and I've said this on the show already, the lie they tell you about shoes are you gotta wear them in. Shoes that aren't comfortable, you gotta wear them in to make it at least comfortable to your feet. Them things are like walking on the cloud that Goku flies on in Dragon Ball Z. That shit is soft as hell, and if Adidas wants to drop it without Kanye's name, I'm doing it. If somebody wants to drop a shoe that's that damn comfortable, I will wear it. It's not about Kanye, it's not about Adidas, it's about me, and me damn near 30 years old, and I started putting insoles in my shoes. Guess what shoes I don't have to put insoles in? My 350s and my 380s. So, and the foam runners. Foam runners are dope, are comfortable shit. Thought they were ugly when I first came out, still kind of think they funny looking, but they are comfortable as fuck. Those are legitimately the most comfortable shoes I own. The ones that are physically in the room right now are the most comfortable shoes I own. So, that is just the truth. So, yeah, like I said, I'm still wearing the gear. It don't matter. I'm probably going to order. I would like to get another pair of foam runners before I can't find none with Kanye's name on them. But, yeah, like I said, that's, again, I'm going to still wear stuff. To me, after I buy a product, I own it. Unless it's like, y'all turn Kanye into Hitler legitimately, then I gotta like, I don't own no R. Kelly gear, but I'm gonna look at you funny if you're walking down the street with like a 12-play album cover shirt. So like that one's probably a little different. But I don't have Kanye ain't done nothing to me to make me stop. Even the White Lives Matter thing didn't kill you, because again, I don't take Kanye seriously anymore. If y'all are still ready to vote for him to be president, that's on y'all. But I stopped taking him seriously as like a leader of the community a while ago. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but like that was not like, listen, like I have an 11-year-old child. I make it really clear to him the people that I think can be somebody you could look to listen to, and the people that we just listen to the music and we watch in entertainment. And that's, some people are just that. They're entertainment and their music, and that's what it is. And you got to keep them moving. These are not all role models. And I don't think, like, you gotta be realistic to yourself about that. Like, no matter how much you want, like, Young Thug to come out here and tell everybody to stop all the shooting or stop doing drugs, it'd be hypocritical for what he's presented to people about himself. So, like I said, if y'all want Kanye to be the voice of reason for y'all,
that's on y'all.
Yeah, y'all do that. I'm not. I make it fairly clear, I want finished music, because Donda 2 was not a finished album. And
Okay, that's like you're like just get the music. That's it.
To me, I'm almost at the point, and I don't want to do this because I complained when I did this to LeBron. Where I'm like, bro, can you just shut up and just make music, or make music and make clothing. Like, be the fashion designer you want to be if that's what you want to be. But because the original when this all happened, I thought he wanted out all the contracts. When he got out of Adidas, I thought this was first strategically to get Adidas to cut the contract because. No matter what everybody said, because everybody's like, oh, they don't do this for other people, da-da-da-da-da, when we get offended, that's fine for like 90% of companies on the planet. You know what happens when you're Adidas and something anti-Semitic happens? You gotta go. You know why? Because Adidas, just like Volkswagen, is one of the companies that weren't just built in Germany, they are a company that profited from the Holocaust, legitimately. They built the shoe like Jesse Owen from the Olympics, from the Berlin Olympics. He, the head of Adidas came to him in Germany and asked him to wear the shoes. He was wearing Adidas when he won in the Olympics in Berlin.
Damn.
Yeah, like that's how deep it is. Like two companies on there. I always bring up Volkswagen because Volkswagen built like a lot of the vehicles and stuff for the German army back then. But Adidas was a clothing brand and a clothing company that supplied a lot of stuff for Hitler and the Nazis. So once you get your brand out of that and you want to be a worldwide brand that sounds like you love everything, if somebody does something like this, you gotta go. There's no, well, we might be able to work it out. Like, again, Adidas said it, Kanye said it. 70% of their profit in sales were from Yeezy branded products. And that shocks me, and they both admitted it. It kind of shocks me because it's hard as hell to buy Yeezy products from Adidas. But if you think about that, you're a German company and you had to cut ties with 70% of your profit immediately. Destroy your fourth quarter. Your shareholders are fucked. Your stakeholders are fucked for a quarter. They're not going to get the payouts. They're not going to get all the things you get.
Little bonuses.
Yeah, like that stuff isn't coming.
Well.
And everyone's like, oh, well, Kanye did this and that series. When you are a company from Germany and people can go look and go into a museum and be like, hey, there's an Adidas stripe on a Nazi uniform or something. I'm not saying it's but like that's where you guys gotta cut bait. You just gotta go. So I know in America we don't really have that type of companies. The problem with America is that a company can still have a Confederate flag on their shit and people will buy it. So like we don't have the same backlash when it comes to our past when it comes to stuff like that. Honestly, we're doing like kind of the reversal, like getting rid of Aunt Jemima and stuff like that. But yeah, no, like when it comes to being a German company, you gotta go. Balenciaga, I'm not sure what the same effect for Balenciaga leaving. Kanye said Balenciaga didn't pay him anyway, so I don't know. The people, you know who I feel the worst for? It's the kids. Like, I don't feel bad for Kim. I actually think Kim and them are weird as fuck. Cause like as soon as everything happened, Kim and her family all said like they made these posts like we stand by the Jewish community like there was a massacre or some shit. Like. I was like, hey man, I saw it was him, it was her, Courtney, and one of her other sisters. They were all like, we stand by the Jewish community. I'm like, was there a Columbine? Like, was there a mass shooting? It's like, no, they're just responding to Kanye. I'm like, okay. Also, shout out to LeBron James, because they had the interview for LeBron James's show before Drink Champs, and apparently they did the interview, which I don't think the interview's problem is, I think Kanye said all the same shit he said on Drink Champs. I think the reason they didn't release it is probably everybody in that interview didn't fully disagree with Kanye. So, on the flip, well, before we go, do you have anything deeper on the Kanye subject for you?
All I'm saying is, like, it definitely is fucked up. You can't target, like, a community like that. But, I mean, like, I definitely believe that there's a group of, like, you know, like, higher up people that control, that prevent people from, like, getting stuff. I mean having, like, taking your, like, you know, like, not selling you your own music or whatever, like, you can't, like, own your own rights, not giving you payouts, not doing royalties. I mean, was it Future who did I'm Loving It?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he didn't get that, so they're running I'm Loving It for McDonald's for all these years.
Oh, wait, you said, Loving It, that's Pusha T. That's
Pusha T, yeah, Pusha T, I'm sorry, yeah, Pusha T.
No, he got, I think he got $500.
But you got $500, but then you get, you know, that thing's been running all these years, and you know, like you don't get a cent. So I think there's definitely like some bullshit on the fact that you're taking people's work and then you flipping it 100,000 times and you don't get shit from it.
I mean,
I think that's what's fucked up.
To Kanye's credit, this is the only way I'm going to dive into this. The speed that they have canceled Kanye proves Kanye's point.
Yeah.
That's the only part of this I will dive into. I'm not getting into the Israelite and the Hebrew thing. One thing again, I always say I'm agnostic. When it comes to the stories and how things go, there's some things I believe in. There's some, again, I'm agnostic, not atheist, so I still believe that there's a chance of a higher power. I just have a hard believing of everybody's religion being wrong and every other people's religion being right, because I've met good people in all different lives and all different beliefs. So that's my reason I'm just like, I can't dive in and just be like, all right, we right, the rest of y'all going to hell even though you my homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. So that's something I've grown up with. But again, there are things I believe in and certain things about the things we've been taught in history that I think have been changed and morphed to show different things. Even saying that, I don't think the people that currently believe they are Jewish are wrong for believing that and then believing what they believe in, and I don't think it should be negatively affected on them. So that's where I'm like, I can't rock with Kanye there. And again, I personally think, and this is where I'm like, right or wrong, I think Kanye did this for a motive. I don't think he did this for the attention of the Jewish community. I think he did this to try to get out of contracts.
Yeah.
And I think I think it backfired. I think he got like a little bit of what he wanted, and then he's like, whoa, hey. Because I remember I got in an argument with somebody who's like, oh, he's not going to apologize. I'm like, once he gets out of like 3 contracts, he's going to apologize. Mm-hmm. Then the school got fucked up. Then, time out, before we go. Why did Goodwill get into this?
Goodwill?
Goodwill apparently will not sell or donate, or won't take any donations or sell any of Kanye's stuff anymore. You were giving it for free. Put it on the shelf.
I don't know. That's a weird one. So when y'all got left, the Salvation Army and St. Vincent de Paul or some shit? Like, all right.
That was the one where I'm like, y'all need to shut up and put it on the shelf. I can get everybody else, Foot Locker, Walmart, anybody else. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, don't do it. It's donated clothes. Put it on the shelf. Like, are we really going to just burn a bunch of good clothes, like things that people could wear?
Yeah.
Like, y'all can't even give it to the homeless? Like, we just can't even put it on the homeless people's feet.
Damn.
Like, that's where I'm like, Kanye's kind of right. Because when when have we ever heard Goodwill ban a clothes to sell? Did they ban Jeezy Snowman shirts back in the day? Like, what the hell are we talking about?
Yeah.
Goodwill was banned donated clothing.
I've never heard that shit. I didn't even know they did that.
A switch to the sports side of things. There is a report that Kyrie Irving possibly might get. I'm thinking Kyrie might get blackballed from the NBA. He came out in a press conference the last few days and promoted. Full story. On Twitter or Instagram, he posted a documentary from Amazon Prime. The documentary is I think it's called From. It's something like From Black to Israelites or something where it's like the idea of black people being the true Israelites. Same thing that Kanye is talking about. Again, not getting into the specific conversation. We are not doing that here. But Kyrie posted it. A couple of the minority owners for the Nets are Jewish. And from what I understand, Brooklyn is a majority. For the 5 boroughs, Brooklyn is the Jewish borough. Not saying like it's the Jews borough. I'm just saying for the majority of the Jewish people in New York live in Brooklyn, or a subsector of the neighborhood somewhere in there. So it's a big deal down there. He was asked about it in a press conference. Kyrie, he contradicted himself at the beginning of the press conference. He tried to say he had a platform and some type of right to say stuff. Then once they kind of went at him about what he promoted, because he never said anything about the documentary. He just promoted the documentary and put it on his platform. He said that he basically said, you take me too seriously and I'm not a promoter, I just posted it. Which, once you get the blue check next to your name, whatever you post is a promotion. I think that's kind of how it goes. It could be wrong. But, that's what
Being verified.
before yesterday, excuse me, before Elon Musk got Twitter, my idea of the blue check is, once you got a blue check, what you post is kind of a promotion. Whatever Elon does after yesterday, that might change the definition. Because I heard they're charging people for the blue check pretty soon.
Charging? Damn.
So, but yeah, like I said, that one's going to be different. So people are mad.
So you think they're gonna just drop him, or you think he's gonna be no more NBA?
Well, this is the problem. His contract's guaranteed. So if they cut him, they still got to give him the contract, which I forget what Kyrie's contract is. But
Alright.
it'd be enough for me to stay on.
Shit.
I mean, one second, I will get the details of his contract.
I mean, like, I don't know. I think, like, if you post something, I feel like you still should have that freedom of speech. I mean,
Right now, he has a 4-year, $136 million contract.
How much? 100?
$36 million.
36 million?
Average salary is $34 million.
Alright, shit.
So,
Pay me out.
and he's guaranteed the entire contract. So if they cut him, he's guaranteed the entire contract.
I mean,
So, but the belief is no other NBA team would risk it, and there's 9 majority NBA owners that are Jewish. So, again, I don't think what Kyrie did is that bad because it wasn't like he was fully running around saying.
No,
this is
he
what
didn't
it
say
is.
nothing.
But he posted it and he said that people should watch it. I wish I could find the real name of the documentary because it is it's kind of a wild name. I would like to at least leave on that. Here it is, the Kyrie Irving documentary. Oh, Hebrew. Ooh, my bad. Let me get you.
Hebrew.
Hebrews to Negroes Wake Up Black America. That's what the name of it is.
Okay.
So, again, I'm not going to watch it. I was told it costs $12 to rent it on Amazon.
Fuck no.
Just to rent it. Just to rent it. Also, this is the other thing, and I think this is a very valid point. Do y'all, also, because I want to get the full, because there's 2 parts of this. It costs that much to
Rent.
and it's like 2.5, almost 3 hours.
Ah, shit. Well.
It's a documentary.
I better get something from my money. Shit, like.
It's a documentary. It is not a. It is not a Marvel movie.
Yeah, you ain't getting no soundtrack. You ain't getting shit. There's no action.
Oh, it's free right now.
Oh, all right.
But if it wasn't free, it's $30.
To buy.
Yeah.
Wait, it's free?
Actually, it's the book.
Oh, I ain't reading.
Also, there's 2 books. So there's books and documentaries. But so I guess it's a book series, and I guess they finally made it into a visual documentary.
Okay.
But and it's very well documented that it's people who have watched it say it's very anti-Semitic. Not like it's like borderline, like they're saying the stuff in the documentary is anti-Semitic.
Okay.
So.
Oh.
And again, it's almost 3 hours long. Do you think Kyrie actually watched it?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
That's the other question that the
Okay.
people have been asking is he because he's not backing down for the promotion or whatever he did, but he's not backing down the people to watch it. So I'm hoping he's not dying on the sword for something he didn't watch. Because I don't know if like y'all know me, I like history. I'm into all the history stuff, the Greeks, the Romans. I've seen a lot of the religious history stuff and how they say stuff happened in biblical times. I don't know if I got 3 hours of black people were the real Hebrews. For one, I kind of think it might be true. I'm not saying it's all true.
I mean, like, you're looking
But again,
like
I
how
ain't here
close
for
it
3 hours.
is. I mean, geographically, how close it is. I mean,
Again, I don't argue with none of that. I'm just like, I got 3 hours.
but it's kind of like, how can you deny it? You know what I mean? But I mean, you can't say it's the truth at the same time because, like, you're talking like this is 4,000 to 6,000 years ago, even more probably.
My issue is every time we bring it up, it's like we discredit the beliefs of fairer-skinned Jewish people. That's always my issue.
Then
But-
a part of accepting it is disrespecting the beliefs of someone who believes that they're the natural. So in both ends, you're disrespecting someone.
Yeah, but and I agree with that. But we believe that there's like black and white Christians, and that's where I'm like,
Yeah.
even if because at some point that's my idea of what being if black people are going to take the Jewish faith seriously, we're just going to have to merge. It's not going to be like we're the Jewish people, get out the synagogues. Because that's how people like Kanye try to make it sound like, all right, we should take over the synagogues and y'all should go down to the Baptist church on 12th.
Okay. All right. No, I mean, no, it should be an open thing, you know. Even Christianity, like, shoot, like, one of the first nations was African, one of the first African nations was Christian.
That's the coolest thing
Like,
about Jerusalem.
there was Christianity before white people had it.
Yeah, it was in
you
the
know. And so it's like, you can't claim something whenever it's like where the geographical location. It's like you
Good.
can't deny something like
The
that.
conversation needs to be had instead of it shuts down.
It shuts down, like,
whenever you
you-
bring it up, both sides shut down and just
Yeah,
instead
you're
of
being-
having the convo, let's
yeah.
find out together or let's
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
up
and
with
that's why I think it's like,
no conclusion.
because again,
just
that's why like I can
killing
never be
off
on
each
the Doctor. Is it Dr. Umar? Yeah, that shit's extreme. That shit's extreme, dude. I just don't have it to be that. Like,
But
again, I'm always a person that's like I'm more Malcolm than Martin, but I'm like I'd rather be Martin than Umar. So, what?
Okay. All right. Well, shit.
So, but we're gonna get out of here. That was Unfiltered for this week. Again, presented by Hustle as always. So, I'm Jay Skyline,
And James.
and always Malachi behind the boards.
yeah, yo.